Hey there, if you're interested in building juggling club inspired training stuffs, you're on the right spot. But first, roll that intro. What we need to build our training stuff is our tubing. I have choose a carbon tube with 60mm outer diameter and 1mm wall thickness. That it's been ultra light, but you can also use an alloy tubing, but I would recommend to use 2mm wall thickness, because with 1mm wall thickness it will bend really fast. Two club bodies. In this case there are like a pirouette from Henry's, or I think it's called Sirius from Play. Basically the shortest club body you can get, because it's a short double staff. If you want to use it for a contact staff, I would highly recommend to use a classic, or even better, an albatross body. They are a little bit bigger and heavier. In this case they are the Play Sirius. I think you can get them regularly on the shop, but also Henry's, if you write them a kindly email, they will sell you just the simple body of the club. Tops for the clubs, just the stock one, which comes a piece of wood, or two pieces of wood, which will fit into the, in this case, carbon tubing or alloy tubing. Tape in your personal preference, and a kind of spacer. I'm lucky enough to have access to a 3D printer, so I could print these just perfectly for my own purpose. They have the right inner diameter to fit perfectly on the carbon stuff, and perfect outer diameter to fit on the club body, and have this slightly coned shape that it will be even through the whole part. If you don't have access to a 3D printer, you can use a really ridiculous amount of duct tape. Just wrap it around this stuff until you reach the diameter of the juggling club body, or maybe you are lucky and find a hose with the inner and outer diameter you need. It always depends on the diameter of your center tube and the diameter of your juggling club body. But before we start, let me introduce myself. I'm Kai, I'm a professional juggler. I recently started this YouTube channel to bring you tutorials like this to build your own tools, or what you can do with these tools, in this case a staff or poi or juggling clubs or whatever. Basically almost everything around the flow arts. It would be really awesome if you click this subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos like that. I mean, surprisingly I reached over 100 subscribers this week. I haven't expected it, so I don't have any big special, but awesome guys. And please still subscribe to the channel. It makes a really huge difference for me to know that my videos are appreciated and to grow on this channel. And now let's get started. As tools we need basically just a hammer and a power drill with the right drill size and the right bit for the body, for the head of the juggling body. For the beginning we grab our wood, place it in a center of our tubing and just gently hammering it in, that we can secure our juggling club body in it. When you use a carbon tube, please be really gently. Don't smash the carbon with your hammer, or just use a piece of wood which is too big for it. In this case it's just a 15mm wood, and I have a 40mm inner diameter, so it should be really tight in the fitting, that you don't basically bring the carbon fibers to explode. In the next step we will grab a 3mm wood drill and we are going to drill in the center of the wood as straight as possible a hole for the screw of the top cap. Try to be as accurate as possible for a centered hole in it and a straight hole, because if it's not in the center, you get a slightly wobble in your stuff because the heads won't be centered as well. Now we are going to start to mount the juggling club bodies. In this case, you would simply slide it on, mark the end, and that's the spot where you put all your duct tape or your tubing as a spacer, depending what you are getting. I don't have to go through this step. I will grab my 3D printed connector and just gently hammer it in the club again. If you would use the duct tape method or with another hose as a spacer, you would grab your body and just gently, with rotation, put it over your spacer. And now you just have simply your juggling club body in place. You will grab the end cap or the top of your juggling club. You can try to find the hole what we drilled in the wood through the hole in the body and just place gently the screw in it. And now I just forgotten to mount the drill bit. You should get the right bit for your screw. And now you just simply screw in the top cap. And that's it. That's how you mount the body of the juggling club to your stuff. And you basically just repeat this procedure on the other side. Basically, you're done with building your training stuff. Of course, you should add the grip tape which you preferred. I just simply use Pro tennis grip tape. And for me, for juggling stuffs to juggle and double staffs where you maybe have some finger spins, it's super good enough. And personally, I think it's great because you can change it a lot. Because it isn't really expensive, something about €1 per piece when you buy it in bulk. And there we have it. Our, in this case, short double training juggling club stuff, juggling club styled stuff. If you would like, you could decorate it with, I would prefer the European style with a glitter foil on here, because it has a longer lifespan, because every time it drops here it wouldn't scratch the whole decoration tape, or even the circus style with all the lot of stripes across the body. Or you could just grab a Sharpie and draw on it. Be creative. So I hope I inspired you to another interesting attempt for training stuffs. I mean, of course, it's absolutely over-complicated and over-engineered with carbon fiber and the 3D printed parts and juggling club bodies, but I like them a lot. They have a nice feeling and they also have a nice visual impact for daily training or even performing on normal stage-like and without any fire or LED. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks that you stick to the end of it, and it would be awesome if you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell icon, you know what's coming, and maybe leave a comment down below when you have any questions about this tutorial or what do you want to see next. And if not already happened, I said it, subscribe, and here you find a video where I juggle with fire stuffs.